when you go to meet someone like this guy, Larry Poons, this artist who lives partially in New York City and partially in upstate New York on a farm, when you meet this person and you drive up, this is what happened to me, you drive up and this guy comes out with a coffee cup in his hand and just starts talking. Okay, and you're saying, roll, come on, just quietly, actually, just roll, and you start to have this conversation. I mean, that's how you put yourself in something, by just going towards it, by saying, here's a guy that I really want to know about. The great thing about a documentary, especially this kind of documentary, which really is, a verite documentary where you don't know what's going to happen and you don't have a story going in. You have ideas and you have thoughts and possible notions, which might be totally wrong, but you explore, you're drawn towards this subject and you're drawn towards these people and they lead you somewhere. And so the process of making the film, of cutting the film together, is the process of discovering, what that story is and where those people led you. And it's not where you thought you were going to go in the first place. If it's where you thought you were going to go, why bother, right? I'm Nathaniel Kahn, director of The Price of Everything, premiering in the U.S. documentary competition at the 2018 Sundance Film Festival. The film is called The Price of Everything. It's from a quote that somebody says in the film, but they are quoting somebody who was a great artist from the 19th century, Oscar Wilde. And Oscar Wilde said, nowadays, there are a lot of people who know the price of everything and the value of nothing. I always feel if you can really boil your film down into a few words, I don't know if it's fully worth making, but anyway, this is very much about art, artists, and the dynamic intersection between art and money. There are many intersecting stories in this film. We follow a fantastic person from an auction house as she tells us how she actually puts together the catalog. How do you sell art? It's strange because there's something in us that says, well, there's something dirty about that, selling art. But artists have to live too. So that's one thread. Then there are other threads, like, for instance, there are artists who were very successful, are a little less successful now, and are dealing with that. So throughout the film, things happen, surprising things happen in one of these artists' lives. There are people who are very young. There's one particular young artist from Los Angeles who's remarkable. How do you deal with suddenly, being 30 years old and everybody wants a painting of yours? There's one marvelous character in the film named Larry Poons, a great artist. He's been around for a long time. And he says a line in the film that has just moved me from the moment he said it. And he says, "My only defense against fate is color." We as filmmakers, we work together. We have a family. We have, when you're making a film, you're in it together. And most of these artists have to face that empty canvas or the studio, the cold studio with the clay by themselves every day. And it takes a certain kind of strength to be able to do that day after day when you're successful, and it takes a certain kind of strength when you're not successful. Ultimately, what I think I discovered through this film is that the price of something really is not the same at all as the value of it.